Welcome back for another edition of SCOREGolf's weekly fantasy PGA Tour preview. Of course, it's a major week, the US Open, and we're trying to go 3 for 3 and major winners picked this year. Gonna be tough, but we'll do our best. Pebble Beach is the site of this week's US Open, and for that reason, I see no reason to go away from Dustin Johnson and Tiger Woods as my two favorites. I mean, I don't even have anything written down for Tiger Woods because I don't know what I can tell you about Tiger and Pebble Beach that you don't already know. Of course, he won by 15 in 2000, won the Masters earlier, looked pretty good at the Memorial. Very comfortable in this place. The one thing I would say is that Pebble Beach isn't a long golf course, so I don't think he's going to have to be too dependent on driver, which is the one club that can get wayward with him. I just think his experience at Pebble Beach will pay off and he'll be in the hunt. As for Dustin Johnson, well, 2 wins at the AT&T Pebble Beach, 2 runners-up, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and he had the 54-hole lead in the 2010 US Open before making a mess on Sunday. He likes this place more than anybody, and I think he's due for another major win. Moving away from the heavy favorites, I like Jason Day and Brandt Snedeker. I think Jason Day made a shrewd move in hiring Steve Williams at his caddy this week. Williams being on the bag for Tiger Woods for so many of those majors, including that 2000 romp at Pebble Beach. And Day, he's been really good at Pebble Beach in the past. At that AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, he hasn't finished worse than tied for 11th since 2014. Snedeker, speaking of guys who like Pebble Beach, who like putting on Poa annua greens, like Pebble Beach has, like Hamilton Golf and Country Club has, where he was tied for 4th last week. He's got 2 wins at that AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. I think he's going to be in the thick of things for sure. And then as for my long shots, Ches Reavie, speaking of former RBC Canadian Open champions, he is 2nd in driving accuracy on the PGA Tour this year, and driving accuracy is going to be very important to keep it out of the rough. Also, he was tied for 2nd last year in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Pretty good numbers for him. And then lastly, Hao Tung Lee, the Chinese player, very impressive player. We don't see a lot of them, but every once in a while he seems to pop up in the majors. He was 3rd in the Open Championship in 2017. He was tied for 16th last year in the US Open, and if you look at the European Tour statistics, he is 2nd in strokes gained off the tee. Driving, as I said, is going to be very important this week at Pebble Beach.